apparently something went wrong with YouTube Music.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no. I've been getting messages that YouTube sent a memo to everyone that something's up. I'll have to read it again. But apparently, no YouTube videos.
YouTube as a whole. Down. Yeah, YouTube as a whole is down right now.
Oh.
YouTube is down.
Dun 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 dun.
I don't have a backup for playing music.
Oh no.
Well
then.
Shoot.
YouTube never goes down. What am I supposed to do?
You have a bar, don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna just die now.
Play that Castlevania song. What was it called?
Was
Bloody
really
something.
Nice. They could have just kept it forever, but no, they get rid of it. And now we're stuck with YouTube Music, and it goes down.
Thank you, Moriarty.
There's gotta be another music player. And sadly, music is gone too. I was surprised.
No, we can't use anything that's like, licensed.
That's true.
Thank you, Nintendo.
Whoop, looks like
I was literally about to go and start playing music from YouTube, and then I'm like, oh, wait.
We were just talking about that, as a matter of fact.
Literally, like, I know what my backup is. YouTube. Wait.
Oh no, YouTube's down. I'll just go to my backup. YouTube. Wait a minute.
Universe is really giving us obstacles for this today.
Like, what do you think? What do you think caused YouTube to? Hold on. I'm gonna look up. Should we just have a session today that is, why the fuck is YouTube down? We're just going to do deep web search. Why is YouTube down?
We're gonna see
music. Wait, I do have some music, but we're going to be listening to the same songs over and over.
Sounds good.
As soon as I figure out where the hell I saved them.
Oh my.
YouTube, why is YouTube not working?
Well, today might be a shorter session than usual, then.
YouTube experiences widespread technical problems playing videos.
Enjoy your stay.
Here, Mischief Song.
Widespread tectonic problems? Did they have an earthquake?
Did the YouTube headquarters come under attack from nature? This seems familiar somehow.
Yeah, I've heard this before, but I don't remember where.
Me neither.
Psychonauts.
Oh.
This is Psychonauts, right?
This is not Psychonauts. This is custom ZGF branded music.
Oh.
I own this music.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, I can't afford to get all of it done. I was planning like 5 hours of custom music like this, but it's about $200 for 5 songs.
Oh.
So if we can get the donations together, I can get it going again. The musician is ready to do it. I just need the $200 to get more songs and more songs and more songs.
Don't forget you have a vocalist for free.
Well, yeah, but these are meant to be background songs.
Yeah, sounds
This is true.
And
some of your opening music and stuff has vocal music.
Well, yes, but this is all meant for, Anyways,
Ambiance, yes, I get it.
I should post that we're live in Discord real quick.
Yeah.
though?
Yep,
Ooh,
there.
55 minutes behind schedule, but yes, we're alive.
Hey, don't worry. We're making it easy on you, Mr. DM. You don't have to make as long as of a session.
I mean, I guess. But I've also been here for 55 minutes, at least now.
And what have you done with those 55 minutes?
Wonder and be ambiguously unsure if anything will happen.
You should have been planning.
I mean, I've already got a plan.
Have you gone through everything about it? Have you looked through each of the individual details? Have you made sure that all the outcomes have been accounted for?
No. That's
Well,
too
there's
much
your
work for
problem.
this group.
I cannot wait to see your plans get utterly decimated.
I will welcome it with a party wipe. Red? Red.
Yeah.
Fantasy Grounds.
There you go.
I believe we're just missing Moriarty now.
It's acquiring my files.
Ah, there it is. Just as I said it.
I will state, Zim, though, this is something that, honest to God, sounds like it's right out of the Psychonauts of OST.
I mean, there's only so many different ways you can do things. This is Mischief it's one of the mood tracks that we have. We also have things such as Tavern Mellow. For when, you're in a tavern and it's nice, peaceful, quiet type thing.
He's getting drunk in the corner in every game, but you just don't notice it because he's normal. Hey!
I don't know why, but I thought we were closer to level 10.
No.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody's really silent for a moment.
Yeah.
Alright, I have just updated the Patreon. So those that want with goals that show... Oh, where are those actually displayed? I guess I don't know where those are displayed. Well, there's supposed to be goals on Patreon.
God, it's been so long since I've looked at Patreon.
Okay, it's under my membership. But if we can get the Patreon to $3.50 per month, that would allow me to get more music every single month coming in and get closer to, you know, the completion and get all that music done. Anyways, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim. This is Tales of Miraleth Dungeons and Dragons. Unfortunately tonight we YouTube is down, and that's where I normally have my music coming from. I've got it on I had it on Google Play, then they got rid of that and moved it over to YouTube Music, so you know. We're gonna have custom music that I've already paid for and had done for the channel playing. It just might be a little repetitive because I don't have a whole lot of those songs yet. So I apologize ahead of time, but at least there's something going in the background instead of just silence. Anyways, everyone, thank you for coming. Do check out our Patreon. Help us get more music done so I can break away from all of those copyright fees and such. And those that do support will get access to listening to this music on your own. Like this song playing right now. I actually really enjoy this song. But you guys can listen to it anytime you want. Just support the channel through Patreon. That's where I'm going to be pulling the getting that done from. So, yeah. Anyways, I will turn it over now to Dusty.
Greetings and good day, ladies and gentlemen. In the last session, the party finally came back together and found a additional recruit. Graham got some hints on how to advance his personal matters, but he is not with us today. And we have a mysterious Krei with us now, who has been allowed onto the ship after some bickering. Now we're heading towards Brightwall to either check out that mission that's apparently getting a lot of recruits for, to handle something in the sewers, or go to the beach, because Brightwall has one of those.
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
So we'll figure out once they get there, depending on where they land.
Well, Risforn is the one steering the ship. It's up to him.
Risforn's
Indeed
going
he
for the
is.
beach.
He is the captain. Beach it is. There are places to land. This town does seem to have a harbor for such things, even if it's not quite as large or official looking. However, as you approach, word of your intent seems to spread among the crew, and a lot of the dogs are looking at you very expectantly. What are your orders, Captain? The crew wants to go to the beach.
All right, everybody, go enjoy yourselves. Have a great day.
They start to bark excitedly and wonder what the proper dress code for the beach is, because some of them are removing their armor. And
I mean, Risforn's going
everything
nude
but
like
their
he
pants.
usually does.
Oh boy.
Considering how they are, I feel like we'll lose half the crews.
Oh no, they're hot.
Well, they would be if they weren't so fuzzy, and you can't really see much anyway.
Or are they so fun?
Yeah,
However-
we play by the Wookiee rules, you know?
The Wookiee rules.
Yes.
The Wookiee rule.
Doesn't
Sure,
matter that
whatever.
we're naked, you don't see anything.
I guess. Okay. Sure, why not? They have a lot of fur under that clothes. They might have needed to see a barber a long time ago.
They might have gotten heat stroke just a few times.
Just maybe.
It looks like the crew is getting excited for the beach.
Wired is eager for the dogs to get wet in chat.
Well, there's a lot of them. Good luck distinguishing one wet dog from another. But also, afterwards, enjoy having a ship full of wet dogs.
Oh no.
Because they have a infamous scent.
Oh no.
There's a reason people say it smells like wet dogs in here.
The statement
Anyway.
usually made where there is in fact a wet dog.
Indeed. Also, just a side question, can you hear that?
What?
The dog that's going absolutely crazy in my background?
I heard it bark once as you just spoke, but I had not heard it before.
I see. Then it seems to only be detected while I'm speaking. But yes, there is a dog in the background currently going ballistic.
Is it a wet dog?
Wow.
It is not. It is a shepherd dog that wants to bark at something because it wants it to move so it can chase it.
Interesting.
He is so wound up, and I can't imagine why. Anyway, that my background is in fact not a problem. To the beach! How many people will be joining Zim on the beach?
Of course,
Everybody.
enemy of course is going.
Alright. And everyone from your boat will be joining you. Even the first mate, seeing all the dogs abandon the ship and realizing he can't keep an eye on an entire boat himself. The Dragonborn also goes to the beach.
I shall keep an eye out for stowaways.
You were a stowaway.
Exactly.
I don't trust you.
You think I'm going to be letting more people on?
No, you come on down to the beach.
He raises a brow, but shrugs softly and steps down the gangplank.
Elena asks if there is some place where she can get different clothes, as her only possessions are in fact a bone saw and what she currently is wearing.
Yes, here, have some money. Go get yourself some clothing in town. I will toss her 10 platinum should more than cover it.
Gee.
She will look at these coins in confusion, and asks, and like look to someone else and ask, "What are these?"
Well, who is she looking at?
She was looking at Elman, whom is one of the other people she is aware of, or whom she knows the name of.
This is the currency of our world.
Is this a lot? What's the exchange rate? What are things worth?
If I recall correctly, 10 copper is one. No, is it 10 or 100?
Okay, so I gave her 10 platinum.
Yeah, no, she doesn't know how much that
I
is
know.
though. Her world has a different
10
currency.
platinum is 100 gold.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's what 10 or 100. That's what I was saying.
10.
Yeah. Okay, so if I remember correctly, 10 copper is 1 silver, 10 silver is 1 gold, and 1 gold, and 10 gold is 1 platinum. So he gave you 100 gold. That certainly is a lot of money.
Okay. Right, so gold sounds expensive. So that means I have 100 gold effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you want me guys to get you anything? I'll probably get a dog to carry some things for me.
Zim, YouTube's back up.
We'll give it a little bit. Yes, Wired. I'll get the stream raiders going now.
Well, I'm not looking for anything in particular. Is there anything you would like before you?
What's going on?
Elena's going to do a bit of shopping.
I think I've had my fair share of shopping, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Well, she's asking if there's anything that anyone will want while she goes shopping.
Well, I guess if they insist, I would like a treat.
Oh, what's your flavor?
Strawberries. Some pizza with strawberries would be wonderful.
All right. Clothes, medical supplies, and strawberries. Anyone else? I'll probably bring back some umbrellas also. I'm not the most active person when it comes to beach stuff. I've rarely gone myself, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Let me noted. Sounds good to me. Don't worry.
I'll probably be able to spot you lot pretty easily. You'll probably cause some commotion knowing you.
You can tell that's how our group operates, don't you? Can't you?
Well, 3 of you appeared on a nightmare train, and within the same day you solved it. A nightmare train that had been going on for too many years for me to even keep track of. So you just seem like an active sort.
Yep, that pretty much describes us. Well, have a good time shopping.
Thanks. Take care of yourselves. I don't think this beach is evil. But fingers crossed, I guess.
Yes, fingers crossed.
And she leaves, leaving the rest of the crew go to the beach. how would you like to engage with the beach? Because it is actually semi-populated. It is a large sunny day. There's people lounging, swimming, and playing on the sand. There seems to be even a few games set up, and what seems to be some sort of refreshment stand made of white stone.
There's a what here?
There seems to be a refreshment stand on the beach made of white stone.
Carved out of stone?
White stone.
So they
Like-
just took like a whole bunch of stones and like propped it up like Stonehenge, or is it like
No, it's the building stands out a lot because it looks like it's made of marble or something. It is completely white and made of stone.
Okay, so
So-
it is a cut stone building.
Yes, on the beach that seems to be labeled a refreshment stand of some sort.
That looks way too
Risforn's going
fancy.
into the ocean. He's going fishing.
Elemi is going to point at the stand and said, "That looks way too fancy for a refreshment stand. What's going on there?"
Perhaps it warrants your investigation.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm gonna do. Elemi is going to approach the stand.
Behind the counter is an elderly gentleman whom seems to have his eyes closed, but is aware of you and saying, "Yes, hello, what can I get for you?"
What is it? What is it that you have? What is it that you sell in this establishment?
I love
Things of
how.
all sorts and many chilled things.
So I've got 10 different songs that have been done so far, roughly. And I love how as soon as you guys went into this building, the tavern one happened to play.
Wonderful coincidence.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does he make tea?
Did you make tea?
I can have some ready, but it's not usually a beach drink.
There is somebody in a company who is in much of a beachgoer, and I suppose that's the drink he prefers.
Ah, I see. Anything to go along with that tea, and what temperature would you like it?
Lemon tea.
Lemon tea. Yes, I do believe I have something of that. What sweetener, then?
Lemon.
Oh, just straight lemon, no sugar or honey or anything of the sort.
He gives a nod.
I understand.
What other drinks do you have in this establishment? Sorry, I wasn't able to hear very well.
Oh, well, I carry a wide assortment. There are some who would like mead. I have recently gotten a request for wines recently, actually. And what? He pulls out a paper and looks at it and says, "And a whiskey so potent I could disinfect my wounds with it. Yes."
That doesn't sound drinkable. That's
Do you look at the paper with his eyes closed?
That sounds like
Yes.
Moriarty.
Like, he's reading it and he seems to be like squinting harder even though his eyes are still closed. A bit of an odd request, but I suppose if they're willing to pay for it.
Who requested that, if you don't mind me asking? That sounds bizarre.
Oh, wait, it was a dwarf man.
Oh, okay. I think I understand now. Just give me some water, please.
Water it is. Would you like ice with that?
Yes,
Or would
please.
you like the water itself chilled?
Yes, please. Water. Water with ice.
All right, and he'll pull out a remarkably large mug with cold water. And for the gentleman, lemon tea, room temperature, or did you want it chilled?
This is fine.
Temperature it is. And he'll pull out a tray with 2 cups on it and a teapot. He then picks up the teapot to fill one of the cups. And then offers you the glass while leaving the teapot and tray on the counter.
He takes the drink and he sips.
It is nice lemon tea, but it seems like it's steeped for a while, actually. Despite
It's
the
what?
old man it seems like it has been steeping for a while, even though it seems to have just been freshly made.
Adam is going to drink his water.
This is your first time in Brightwall, isn't it?
Say that again?
Is this your first time in the Brightwall beaches?
Actually, yes.
I see. Everyone always comes to this sand wondering what I'm about.
I am curious about the building. This is kind of fancy for just a beach stand.
Well, we get all sorts here, and some would not allow themselves to be serviced by a rusty old shack in the wood. So I gussied it up a little.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. A lot of novels can be pretty vain.
The funny thing is, I'm actually paying less in my usual repair costs now that I've made it out of a sturdier stuff. Fancy that! I do have a problem with the building sinking now and then, though. This foundation is on sand.
That's I suppose that's just how it goes with beach buildings. Hmm.
Red, what's Euphoria doing? Red?
Here.
Is there anything you'd like to be doing? Or did you join them at the refreshment stand, it seems?
No, I think I want to find a nice, warm spot on the beach and lay down and just enjoy the sun and the sea. I mean, in the water.
Very well. There are plenty of spots that are less occupied for you to enjoy your sunbathing.
One close to where Risforn is, where he's fishing.
No, he's not fishing. He is in the ocean.
Well, he
I thought
said
it was near the fishing. Okay.
yeah, he said
No, he's in the ocean and he is also fishing.
yeah, he does both at the same time because he's an otter.
He's gonna go get the fishy with his teeth.
However, many fish are in fact at the beach. He might have to go a bit of a distance.
No, I'm sure he'll do that. He's an otter.
We should be fine. Should. Allow me a moment of just some peace and quiet. I can't get in that ship with like a crew that can't even walk straight.
Not untrue. Because every dog has charged into the water after their captain.
That is
And
not.
then it's just paddling around aimlessly by the look of it.
Gesture.
I can only roll my eyes and just try to relax.
Element is looking at the ducks and they believe with how they're paddling around like synchronized like that. Oh man, these guys are silly. Well, But I'm glad they're enjoying themselves, though. It's nice to unwind every once in a while.
Right?
Hmm. So, do you have any food in this establishment, or is this only for drinks?
Oh no, I've got food. Uh, I do tend to be a touch pricey though, to keep myself afloat, quote unquote. Because I have a few cantrips I use to keep everything chill, which is very welcome on beach days. I've seen.
I see. So you're a sorcerer yourself.
I pick up a few things. A wizard is more correct.
I see. I just use the word sorcerer mm, as a no for all magic users. My apologies.
Fine, there are a lot of sorcerers too. So, in the interest for snacks, then.
Yes, please. I'll be down for one. Yes, please.
Great, I have an assortment of fruits, unless you're looking for something a bit sweeter or salty. I have pretzels.
I do like sweet. I do like sweet. All right. Would you be interested in anything, Krei? Moriarty, I'm asking Krei something. This is
Right,
way.
I was muted. Repeat the question.
Krei, let me just ask Krei if he was interested in a snack.
The old man has said he has sweet, salty, or sweet things, salty things, and fruits, but distinctly offered pretzels.
I will turn down such things for now.
All right, if you say so. The offer is there if you want it. Um, I'll get something. I'll get something sweet, please.
All right. Let's see. I do have some sweet breads. Uh, some super-sized cookies, they were called, and watermelon. It's a big favorite.
Hmm. I did heard that watermelon it's a specialty for beaches.
It is. It's a very moist fruit, but it's also sweet and red. So,
Okay, give me a watermelon then.
a whole watermelon or some slices?
Give it to me whole. I can cut it myself.
Oh ho! Of course, of course. And he'll set it down on the counter. The watermelon is cold to the touch.
And let me good to touch the watermelon.
Is in
Touch.
fact cold. And a whole ass watermelon. It's quite large and heavy, actually.
Hmm. All right. How much is it for this watermelon and for the water, of course?
Well, everything together, I'll round that up to 15 silver.
15 silver. All right.
15.
All right.
Come again.
And
Come again. Well, come again soon, and be careful. Watermelons break easily. That's a lot of water weight inside them.
hmm. Thanks for the warning.
Did this individual give us his name?
He did not.
He did not.
What is your name, beverage vendor?
Oh, my name?
Yes.
Oh, it's been a while since someone asked me that one. I am Bosphoronus.
Bosphoronus.
Phosphoramus.
People just tend to call me Old Man Boss.
Hmm.
I find myself a curiosity as I sit here and drink from you.
Pray tell, what's on your mind?
How is it you've acquired such expenses to build such an expensive building from simply selling nothing more than beverages and snacks upon the beach?
It was a commission, actually. Nobility enjoys the beach. Enjoy it quite a lot. They've even rented sections of the beach at times to host their parties or just enjoy their off days. However, they wanted a vendor who looked a bit more professional and worthy of serving them. So my previously humble shack turned into this, actually.
So it was simply by good fortune and not via struggles and economic planning.
If it was better economically planned, this building would have a better foundation. And I would not keep sinking into the sand and have to segment a portion of my finances to continue raising the shop out of the sand. I was not perhaps the smartest to just follow their demands without doing a little extra prep work.
That is rather unfortunate. And I wish I could help you I wish I could help you in that regard.
Fine, I make plenty enough, so it's more of a hindrance rather than anything else.
Such is the cost of such ignorance.
Yes, it is. But it's also an amusing story.
Well,
That justifies the cost to you.
Hey, well, when you get a bit older, money's not quite so important as finding something to keep yourself distracted with, or finding some way to find a bit more entertainment in your days today. Truly, I find it funny.
I find it depends on one's ambitions.
I don't have much ambition anymore.
I thought
Besides
not.
watching all these ridiculous children do the same games over and over and make the same mistakes. And yet the reactions are always the same.
mistakes.
Well,
What do you mean by mistakes?
well, they do have this one game where they set one of these watermelons on the ground and blindfold themselves, and then pick up a stick to try and smack it. Oh, the times they've smacked each other, I can hardly keep count.
What is the purpose of that game?
Not sure, actually. I think it's like some sort of memory game to test themselves. But at the same time, their companions will say like forwards or backwards. I think some of them are trying to guide them towards the watermelon, while others are misleading them purposefully.
I heard something similar from some other location. It's something that they do on birthdays, where people try to smuggle something called a piñata.
Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
It's very
Well,
simple.
you yourself have a watermelon now. Perhaps you can see the merit in it.
By all means,
But
watermelons are just 12 silver each.
I was just thinking of sharing it with Euphoria, but perhaps this game could be some fun.
If you can't afford another watermelon, I can purchase you one.
Oh, don't worry. I can afford one if I really need to. But I think, the thing, the thing for the but, but the thing for 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 the Thank you for that.
He gives a hum and nods.
So why might you be at the beach today? I rarely see older gentlemen, and you seem to be an exception among them, Mr. Twee, was it?
We're in the middle of some business where our captain really insisted that he wanted to come to the beach before we do that. He must have been really stressed from repeated missions.
Oh, I understand. Following the unreasonable boss around. I've heard that story too.
Hmm.
Then I think you'll be wanting this. And he'll reach under his counter, he'll step back away from his counter, rummage around, and come back with what seems to be a ball filled with air.
A ball filled with air.
So a
Yes.
ball.
Yeah, well, it's not a bowling ball. It is, in fact, a bouncing ball, it seems. I've seen, there are lots of kids who play this. It's called a volleyball.
Just call it a volleyball, man.
Oh well.
When you describe it, if you say volleyball, we will picture a volleyball instead of round objects filled with air. Like, what the hell is that?
Except that our characters would have no idea.
I mean, that's true, but, like, we can still act that out. You can say he pulls out a volleyball, and we could be like, what's that? Because we know our characters don't know. But, like, when he pulls out just a ball filled with air, first off, what ball is this? That's my immediate first question. Is this just is this just a red rubber fucking dodgeball? Is this a soccer ball? Is this a beach ball? There's so many balls that could be at the beach.
Figure it out. I have to keep you interested somehow.
A volleyball. I've never heard of one of something like that before.
Well, it seems to be a game where you set up a net and bounce it around over the net towards each other. You need 2 teams. Now, some people have told me that it's fun to spike the ball, where you jump and strike it right down. You might need to ask someone else for the rules. I don't play. However, it also seems to be a game where you can really smack it towards one another. Like, just hard. I've seen it bounce off people's faces enough times. I don't think I'll be joining.
I see. Enemy is going to take the ball. I'll give this back to you later. This sounds like an interesting game.
Sounds fun. Aim for the face.
Perhaps you should seek out more youthful individuals who already have a net set up to take part in this physical activity.
Find them around. Some people just leave the nets, really, and they've sort of become a fixture of the beach. The rules evade me, though.
Enemy is going to leave to find you with his watermelon and the volleyball and find you for you.
Krei companies. That sucks. Martin in chat just says balls.
Indeed. Ball.
Oh no.
Oh. That is not a small one.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to approve that one, Jaffer.
Oh, Jaffer. What did you do?
It's a little too... I'll send it to you, Dusty.
No, I think I'll also say no to that one.
What was it?
Unknown. Not applicable.
I will always
know?
ask because I'm always curious.
Well, do you really want to know? Should I
I usually
don't
want to
share.
know if if both like the streamer and the DM are like,
He's not
"No,
the
we're not doing
DM
that."
anymore, so he doesn't get to see.
Aw.
See. Well, it's an anime trope whenever volleyballs get involved.
Oh.
I see.
Oh. Oh. I think I know the trope. I'm not certain I know the trope, but I think I know the trope.
Leave it to fester in your minds. Anyway.
I need to see Top Gun now.
So, how many fish do I catch? Or how big of one?
Well, let's see. What is your fishing technique? Because it is the beach. There's a lot of activity, so you'll probably have to swim out a distance to find any worthwhile fish.
I'm an otter. I swim out as far as I need to.
Fair enough.
And I fish the way an otter does.
Just grab them, in other words.
Yeah.
Alright. If you're after a big fish, you'll have to hold on. Well, let's see. Let's see what you get first.
Given it's sea fish, you could literally get tuna.
My
which are
hamster is
giant.
getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
Alright. Let's see what this one is.
They scared the fish.
Oh, very well. Now, you have actually caught something you might not have been ready for. You managed to get your hands on a tuna.
Oh, he was hoping for it.
And this tuna, while you have caught it, is still very alive and fighting you.
Bite
He's
on
caught a
his
tuna
neck.
before. Question: do fish
Yeah.
have neck?
Technically, there is an area below
Okay.
the head which
He
could be
would
called
bite
the
it
neck.
wherever it would be most likely to kill it.
Alright, throw me either a strength check to sink in deep enough or a dexterity check for accuracy.
It's a fish.
I know, but it's also it's also got scales and it's
I
a
will
very
bite multiple
adept swimmer.
times.
Well, yes, let's see how the battle between you and fish goes. Alright, you do damage, but you're slowly losing holds. Once more.
Then I'll stab it with my pike.
Bring it? People don't usually bring their weaponry to the beach.
My what?
People usually don't bring weaponry to the beach.
Yeah, but he brings the pike with him for fishing.
Yeah, that does skewer it. Now, roll damage to see how long it stays alive post. Said no, it's you stab it pretty well. There's a lot of blood in the water, but you have yourself a tuna. Now, time to make your way back, and perhaps with a little haste.
Yeah, he's going.
Suddenly, all the dogs are on alert from your crew, and they seem to have heard something, the barking of another dog, and seem to have whipped up into a bit of a frenzy as they are all now howling a lot for
They're hiding a lot for what?
for their captain. They've lost sight of him for like 20 minutes now. Oh no, the captain's dead.
Oh no. I'll try to ignore that as much as possible, because that's not a mistake.
Sorry, what do you say right now?
I will try to ignore that as much as possible, because that's not a mess I want to clean up.
As you approach the beach once more, your doggo crew is a mess. They seem to be mourning you.
I go on to the beach, not a care in the world, carrying my prize and my probably over my shoulders, you know, removing the pike and stuff. And I'm just going over to find some wood to use for a fire.
Being slipped by the dogs who are busy howling. You do, and they keep howling.
Elaming is observing the dogs while he goes to find Euphoria and wonders, what is going on over there?
To quote Squidward, something stupid, I'm sure.
Did Krei actually say that?
No.
Risforn?
Well, I'm guessing Risforn doesn't spot
There.
the rest of the group, so but he is going to shout out to the dogs. Oi, quit it! Get back to relaxing or whatever.
Oh. Roll a dexterity save because they are charging out of the water. Way too happy to see that you're alive and well!
Uh-oh.
You leap up a tree, taking your fish with you.
Whoa,
As the dog-
hold on. Well, let's pull it back a bit. There's a tree on the beach?
My
He was
hamster is
looking
getting
for
antsy.
wood.
If we be adventurers, let
There's
us
driftwood on the
adventure.
beach.
Wet driftwood. He needs something he can burn.
There's dry driftwood on the beach too, from like what was left behind at high tide that's now been baking in the sun for hours on end.
Alright, Risform, would you have been trying to use driftwood?
For a prize this great, only one fuel for fire will do.
Speak it.
He's gonna try
Fireball.
and use an entire tree to
Oh. Okay. The tree that you had selected to be your kindling is now your shelter from these dogs as they are trying to clumsily clamber up towards you and give you their affection. Captain, you're okay. The captain's back, Captain. It's like dogs who have been missing their owner for 20 seconds.
Oi! Get back to work! Or relax it or whatever. Leave me to enjoy my meal!
Captain, go! And they start looking around once more. As some of them have not been looking up anymore. It's like, Captain! Captain! Captain!
Do they think the captain left because they can't save him anymore?
Starting to think the captain's vanished again. Oh no, Captain's dead. He died somewhere.
Maybe you should build a funeral pyre and leave offerings to him.
Tree captain.
Hold on. Did you say pier?
Pyre, whatever.
Yes.
You got something here?
Ah, yes.
Okay. Thought I heard something.
I have alerted people about my dumb dogs.
They're howling so loud it breaks the fourth wall.
Beyond the veil, specters arrive to investigate this captain. Still, they're piling driftwood at the base of the tree now. They seem to have taken the funeral pyre pretty seriously.
This tree
However-
will not do. You need to build it elsewhere with other wood.
You, Mr. Tree?
Risforn knows the intelligence level of his crew. He'll use it against them.
Please roll the deception check, but the DC is low.
Imagine if Risforn actually rolls a 1. Okay. No 1.
Nope, these dogs are thoroughly convinced you are a talking tree that has eaten their captain.
No. They aren't convinced that the tree ate him, because if they were convinced the tree ate him, they'd want to kill the tree.
Well, he went up the tree and now he's gone, and now there's a tree talking to him, so clearly there's some connection. The tree eats meat.
Hurry away before you're eaten too.
Dwarves! It's an evil tree! We didn't bring weapons! Oh no! Now, the dogs are going to break out in a mass panic. Some of them ramming against the tree while the others scatter in all directions.
I'm going to throw a couple of purposely low damage magic missiles down. Just kind of like
missiles
aids.
already.
I mean, like low as I can get them.
Like purposely having them be 1
Yeah.
or something like that.
Didn't you do that with damage for magic cast item things?
I personally don't see why I couldn't.
Does it all the time.
I mean, you just
I'll let it.
use
I'll
less
allow it.
mana. Or whatever, energy, whatever you want to call it, you just use less.
I call it
See.
mana.
Bee stings. You throw a beehive at them.
A Risforn, roll a dexterity save. The ones that bashed themselves into the tree are pretty durable lot. Just barely. You managed to stay on, but you almost dropped your tuna. Damn those dogs. However, upon taking some peltings of something, the rest have scattered, running away from this dangerous beech tree. You have to just shake your head.
That's
It's too bad
basically what he's doing. Oh yeah, are there coconuts on it?
Why, yes, this is a palm tree. However,
Alright.
these coconuts are green and unripe.
Are there any more of the dogs down there?
There are not.
Perfect. Risforn's gonna climb down. He's gonna look around for some ripe coconuts.
Your perception check, if you would, or survival.
I'll go with perception because my survival is garbage.
Why, yes, there are.
Excellent. And then he's gonna gather those, a few of those, and then head over to that building that they saw earlier and see what sorts of things they've got in stock there.
Ah, yes.
Is the rest of the party still near the shop thing?
I believe we've gone off to find Euphoria.
Ah, okay.
She should be nearby though. Maybe.
Plenty of
Where
empty
is
spots.
Euphoria?
Some anonymous, non-crowded, sunny spot on the beach. I will say close by, or at least within eyesight, for convenience sake.
Did anyone bring towels?
I didn't. Element didn't.
All right, Risforn. Approaching the beach, you see Helena. Actually, she seems to have come back and is carrying a large umbrella and what seems to be a large duffel bag.
Do duffel
Some
bags
sort of-
exist?
Some sort of shoulder backpack. A very large one at that.
Hold on, I need to do some research now. When was the first duffel bag?
So, Risforn's seeing Euphoria. Yes?
My hamster
Duffel
is
bags?
getting antsy.
Maybe?
If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
Duffel bags
What?
were invented in World War II.
So,
All right, then.
apparently,
Some sort of shoulder backpack.
It'd probably just be like a really big.
apparently the coconuts are huge. And
Oh, slosh around.
they slosh around and stuff, so yeah.
You know, like a coconut does. Normally. We're not alluding to anything.
They're
Who's
moist.
On the inside.
Jesus Christ, the reverb on that.
So anyways, Risforn's going into the shop. Hello,
It-
yes, hi. Hey,
Oh.
here.
Yes, how can I help you? Not many people come in. Not many people come in like that. Most just walk by the little bar section outside. I assume you must be quite the shopper, or you must be expecting something then.
Yes, I'm looking for some lemon.
Lemon? Lemon juice or just lemons?
Ooh, I'm looking up, you know what, we'll take, just regular lemons, yeah. Well, no,
Hey,
the
how
juice
many
will
can I-
work.
Alright, a bottle of lemon juice. One
Yes.
silver, please.
Awesome. Also, do you have an onion?
Well, yes, we do have some onions. Would you like them? Would you like yellow or red?
Just yellow will work.
How many can I fetch you?
Just one. Well, actually,
Alright,
this is a big fish. I'll take a couple of them.
alright. One small bag of yellow onions. This one will run you 4 silver. A lot of
Alright.
demand on the beach.
Alright, so 5 silver so far. Alright, cucumbers. Do you have those?
Yes, but not many. They are not a very common item unless someone is trying to prank a friend, bro.
I'm just cooking.
Yes, right. It's strange. It appears that cats seem to have an aversion, so they're in demand as a comedy thing more often than not. But yes, I do have them.
Great. I'll take a dozen.
A lot of cucumbers. All right, a bag of cucumbers too.
And how about some chili powder?
Check the pantry. I do believe I have some left. Yes. Yes. I have some that I haven't used for today's chili yet.
Great. I'll take that and salt and pepper.
All right, how much can I write you down for?
Just a small jar of each.
All right. So let's say 10 grams, perhaps?
Sure.
Or, yes. Right. All right. Total, that will be 2 gold and 5 silver so far. Spices go for a lot, you know.
Here. Keep the change. I'll just give him 3 gold.
Anything else I can get you for?
No, that'll be all for now. Thank you.
Good luck with whatever you're doing.
Alright, now he's
You're
gonna
cooking
go...
that-
Oh, a pan. A nice big pan.
I can loan you either a wok or a large one of these large metal barbecue plates.
The barbecue plate, please.
Barbecue plate it is. Careful, it's heavy.
That's alright, I got it.
Okay, and he'll roll out a cart with what looks to be at least 30-pound grilling slate. Now there's these legs on the underside that fold out so that it can stand above a fire and heat up until it's ready.
Perfect. Excellent. Alright, so now Risforn's gonna head back out with all of the ingredients and such. He's gonna gather up the wood, start up the fire. He won't bother with the tree. He'll leave that be. It's been through enough. And he's going to fillet the fish, descale it, remove all the organs and gross bits, and start cooking. So he'll be cutting the tuna.
Would you mind rolling a wisdom save?
Well, Risforn is chopping up the tuna into 1-inch cubes. He's going to be grilling them up, adding in the various ingredients as he gets them chopped, kind of rolling everything together.
Risforn, can I ask you to make a charisma saving throw?
You want a sorcerer to make a charisma saving throw.
Yep, alright, I've got it. And back to what you were doing.
So yeah, Risforn's adding in all the ingredients. He's saving the salt and pepper for later. He's gonna break open the coconuts, mostly keeping the milk from them and adding that into the mixture. He will let it simmer for a little bit and then go back in and ask for some rice. Oh, and plates.
Sure. Uncooked or prepared rice. We've got yellow and brown. Or we've got white and brown.
White and brown for what?
We've got white rice and we've got brown rice.
White rice will work.
White rice it is. And plates. How many plates and what size?
Fairly large. We'll just take, like 4.
All right. And Risforn will acquire his platters and rice.
And, a bowl. For cooking the rice. Unless you can cook the rice for me. I'd appreciate that. Then you
I
can
can
come have
that
some.
done in a jiffy.
Great,
Well,
bring it out
sure.
and bring a plate with you. We'll all have a nice little meal.
That'd just be dandy. Also, there's this woman, Elena. She said she was looking for you.
Who?
And, Elena, lady with big umbrella, hat, glasses of some kind.
Well, I'm right outside, just over there, so if you see them again, just send them that way.
Okay, I'll let him know. Oh, and someone named Squeak. I'll
be over there.
I'll just send him over to you when I see him next. All right, and Risforn can get back to it as the shopkeeper will prepare the rice.
Well, Risforn is going, when the rice is ready, he's going to dish it out onto the plates, adding a bit of the tuna with the coconut, lemon, and such. The cucumber was sliced into nice thin slices. The chili powder was added, and then he's going to sprinkle over the top of all of the plates with some pepper and salt and pepper. And then call for everybody, Element, Krei, whatever his name was, and Euphoria, as well as the shopkeeper.
All right, everyone else. Risform is calling you, and there's the scent of food in the air.
Well, I do not say no to the call of my captain, so I will go over there. Despite the interruption of my sunbathing, I will go.
All right.
I mean, what do we call it? Probably a refund your fur by that point. So he'll just follow her.
I join along.
Everyone gathers. Everyone that was not the dogs, now paddling back in the water, having forgotten what they were howling about. And forgotten that they thought their captain was dead.
It's alright, we'll fix it later. I caught a nice tuna. Here you guys go. It's definitely very heavy on the tuna. But otherwise, the blend of all the other flavors do come through.
Oh,
And it's
you
all
still have your watermelon.
It's all layered on top of the rice.
Element presents Risforn with the watermelon. Here we have some dessert.
Oh yes, that would be very good.
I'll smash it with my harbor later.
No, maybe not smash it.
I'm kidding. I'll cut it neatly with my harbor later.
Here, just take this knife.
And let me take the knife.
Boss Verama seems quite amused.
The knife is kind of still covered in fish guts. He hasn't cleaned it yet. But, you know, Risforn doesn't mind the fishy taste on top of the watermelon.
And let me covers his nose. Anyone has something that I can wash this with? I guess I could just go wash it in the ocean.
Elena reaches into her backpack and withdraws what seems to be a handkerchief.
Thank you, Elena.
No problem.
Wait, who are you and when did you get here?
My name is Elena. You met me on the train, and I've been part of your crew for a bit now. I've done shopping.
All right, here. Have a plate.
Thank you. I've brought strawberries upon Euphoria's request, and she'll set down a bowl of strawberries as she takes the plate.
Delightful, thank you.
Shopkeep, I don't suppose you got more plates.
I do. I've got plenty. Don't worry.
Excellent.
A lot of these meals on the beach happen pretty regularly.
And let me watch the fish guts of the knife and proceed to cut the watermelon with it very carefully.
It's a very juicy watermelon, but it's also very red on the inside, with a lot of seeds. Elena seems surprised as she sees the watermelon. Oh, that takes me back. God.
And let me tell you that. Is there something about this watermelon that makes you remember something?
Just what my life was before the train.
No, it's good you can good you can remember stuff from there. You seem to be having trouble remembering stuff when you were inside the train. Good memories are good.
They are nice, yes. It was a bit silly, but I used to eat this and spit seeds out, just at each other. Well, when I was smaller, anyway.
I never thought to do that. I usually take off the seeds before I bite into it.
Well, kids will do anything to keep themselves entertained. Like flicking peas with a spoon. They make great little projectiles.
All right. Enemy is gonna attempt to cut the watermelon in as many even pieces as possible. Should I make a roll for this or something?
Say this is something that's terribly difficult. This is a large watermelon, so alright, let's roll a d10 plus 14.
D10 plus 14?
Yes, a d10 plus 14.
How do I do the plus 14?
Go to modifier and just click 14. Or type in 14.
Oh.
On the bottom left, and then just pick a dice and roll it. It'll be applied automatically.
No, that didn't work.
Alright, I'll try. It's the modifier box next to advantage and disadvantage.
Oh, sorry. I went to the modifier on the other end.
No. You cut it into 19 even pieces.
19 even pieces, is that possible?
Depends on the watermelon size, but somehow you've done it.
I did as best a job as I could. Looks like there's an extra piece for somebody.
There was 20, but while you weren't looking, it was stolen by crabs. Leaving you with 19 pieces. And you've probably made some crab's day.
Dun, 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 dun,
Well, at
dun,
least we
dun,
don't
dun.
have crabs.
Well, beach crabs, certainly, are not in your possession,
Indeed.
unless you hunt them.
No, I'm not interested in beach crabs. So, who wants watermelon?
Elena will gladly take a piece, but I imagine everyone will be having some.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, give me.
I had a feeling you'd like it.
Well, you felt correct.
Sorry, I had to step away. What's up?
I just finished cutting the watermelon into 19 pieces. It was really
One of them was stolen by a crab.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear God.
Oh,
What
I just
happened?
looked at the Stream Raiders battlefield.
oh,
That is a fuck ton of enemies.
Oh. Oh man, I didn't get into Stream Raiders today. I gotta get there.
Yeah, I didn't look at the number that we started with. But there were over 200 enemies on that map. What the hell, Stream Raiders?
Wow.
Yeah, that was insane. Let's try that again. All right, everybody, go place your troops, please. Anyways, so yeah, Risforn is serving the meal. Handing out the...
Enemy is serving the watermelon.
Here, everyone, eat up. And Risforn will happily eat with the gusto.
Enemy eats happily. He's kind of smiling right now because everybody seems to be having a good time.
it is a fine meal and a fine catch.
Indeed. You fellas definitely enjoying yourself. There's so many sweets.
It's too bad Grant couldn't join us today.
Ospharamus is looking over at Twee and wondering if this is in fact suitable to his palace.
King, if you're muted, we can't hear you.
Oh, I heard twee. not Krei. And I was like, I
But
don't know who you're
I
talking about.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you introduced yourself to the shopkeeper. So he thought of Tweet because you're a bird.
Ah. Well, the question was if the food was good, right?
Yes, if it is palatable to Krei.
It's fish. It's very good.
Ah, fair enough.
Hmm. What do you think? What do you think of the watermelon and the strawberries? If you had any.
It, it is fruit. It is a good food. It's kind of hard to mess these things up. Like, you gotta be trying hard to not get naturally growing fruit wrong. And otherwise you need to burn the fish, which I don't believe he did.
No, the fish is pretty good.
And yes, everything
I'm
here is
sorry,
quite
but
fine.
I would take very huge issue with any DM that decides that Risforn could possibly fail at anything to do with fish.
Roll a survival check.
Hmm.
He's an expert on most things marine.
You know, originally I was kind of skeptical about this whole beach trip, but I think it ended up being a good idea in the end. Everybody's having a good time.
Yep.
And I mean, you're saying that to Risforn specifically.
Hey, Zim.
Him?
Zim?
Yes.
Music is a little loud.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I can with
Tales
it.
of our endeavors proliferate.
Gotcha, thank you.
Element said this story for specifically. You know, I was a bit skeptical about this whole beach trip at the beginning, but I think it was a good idea in the end. Everybody seems to be having a good time.
There's going to be many trials and tribulations ahead of you all.
Go for the eyes,
Taking
Boo.
moments to
Go
breathe
for the eyes.
could be necessary.
Rask!
Mm-hmm. Element nuts.
Jaffer, I am denying that one because I specified that I was filleting it and deboning it and such. I did specify that.
Was it what was he?
He was trying to say that I forgot to debone it, and I'm like, I specified I did.
Ah, okay.
Risforn can pretty much get a pass for most things fish related.
I was gonna ask you if he's asking for somebody to choke on a bone.
Jeffrey go re.
Probably was.
Tuna's got big bones, though. Tuna's a really big fish. Like, you would notice if you did not debone it.
It's just funny because not many people know that tunas are gigantic because of how small they're usually sold as.
Yeah. Like tunas are normally packaged in such a way that you're getting, like, maybe like 1% of the tuna, but like 1% of the tuna.
Yeah.
They're freaking huge. Like, tuna are bigger than men sometimes. A lot of the time, actually. Anywho.
Yeah, what's going on right now?
I thought we were eating.
Yes, we are enjoying a finely prepared meal.
I told Sunday to respond, but he wasn't able to respond.
You were telling Risforn something, you said?
Yes.
Ah.
What were you
Original.
telling?
Element was just saying that he was originally skeptical about this whole beach trip, but he thinks it would ended up being a good idea in the end because everybody's having a good time.
Like I said, it is always a good time to go to the beach.
I suppose you're not wrong, Miss. Being as carefree as you has to be something.
Oh yes, Element.
Hmm?
I'll ask you to roll a wisdom save. Because there is still a fire for that grilling plate, and you are a little uncomfortable with it.
Wisdom save, right?
Yes.
I forgot
Oh,
that
no.
Element was scarred by fire.
Oh no.
You are compelled to take your seat and go a bit further away.
Enemy proceeds to go further away from the fire.
Yep. This is a good meal, but let's take caution. Yes.
Does the beach have a lot of tiki torches about?
This is the daytime, so no. Or not on the sand itself, but towards the borders where you see some what seem to be vacation homes. Yes.
What? I'm sorry. What kind of freaking medieval fucking?
Well, they're the sort that had a noble or that had nobles converting a beverage stand into a marble fixture.
Yes, that sort of beach.
I'd like to state this is all happening on the Brightwall beach. Brightwall being the last thing that's preventing this entire place from being consumed by darkness.
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
And
even
people are spending a lot of money here, thinking, "Aha! This place has the most warriors of anywhere. Where could I be safer?" Not all rich people are smart.
I would also like to point out one of the battles in the Civil War, where all the rich people went out and had a picnic on a hill right next to the battlefield.
Ow.
Ah, yes, a lovely day for a good show. Oh, look at that one. He's been obliterated by a cannonball.
Yes, I was thinking of that era. Yes.
What? Where did that happen?
World War, or sorry, the Civil War.
Yeah, it was during the Civil War.
Hmm.
Yeah, they went out and, as I recall, the battle actually went to where they were, and although a lot of those rich people got caught in the crossfire.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, can't say it was unwarranted.
It looks like it was the first Battle of Bull Run. I don't know, I got a history buff right behind me.
What's up?
Which battle was it in the Civil War where the rich people went out and had a picnic to watch?
Civil War's not my forte.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's not in my head.
Well, according to this, it was on July 21st, 1861, Washingtonians trekked to the countryside near Manassas, Virginia to watch the first major battle of the American Civil War.
They actually went to watch the battle. What? Seriously?
They did. They had binoculars and food.
What the hell?
This whole time.
They really, really underestimated the opposing forces, let's say.
Hmm. What scares me is that they went out to intentionally watch the battle go happen.
Yeah, rich people aren't smart.
Well, some rich people aren't smart. Some
Most
rich people
aren't.
had to be. Yeah, but some people had to be smart to become rich, so some are. Oh,
Most
wow.
people who are smart got their money from their parents. And even then, once you do have money, you become dumb.
Yeah, that's true. Money can make people dumb indeed. Oh well. Well, that was a good bit of history from the stream. Now we should continue.
It's like these beach houses by Brightwall.
Anyways, where were we? Also, apparently YouTube is not back up fully. Because it keeps
Is it not?
stopping playing the playlist after like 2 songs.
Big oof right there.
Biggest oofus.
Very oof.
But you.
Can we get F in chat? 1 like equals 1 prayer. Please subscribe.
No, go become a patron. Support us over there. So I can get our own music. But anyways, Dusty, what are we doing?
Well, would you like to explore the beach a bit more? You've had a hearty meal and it was quite satisfying, really. Boss Faramus did not stick around very much longer after the meal, though. He had to get back to sand. So now there is you and your
Sure, let's explore.
store refreshment stand, whatever you wish to call it.
Let's go explore.
All right.
Risforn's got his
There's-
backpack and his pike and his bracers, and otherwise he's nude.
Element is just wearing civilian clothes, but he still has his halberd with him.
Now, will you be exploring the beach or the areas around? There are probably a lot
Yes.
of eye-catching things around this beach. Alright, everybody who would like to explore the beach, please roll perception. You might spot different things.
What's your name, Twa Corby, by the way?
Really
Placeholder.
easy. Basically. It was. I could change it.
One from Euphoria.
Wait, what happened?
perception checks if you're exploring
Gotcha.
the beach. Or you could just go back to lounging.
Well, I've already been woken up from that, so I will explore.
What exactly are we looking for?
Oh, you're just going around to see what you notice. And low rolls are not necessarily bad, you'll just notice something different.
Well, we've
All
got
right.
a natural 20 and a 26. We literally have
Krei,
one roll below
Risforn,
20.
and Euphoria, you spot what seems to be someone in a very gaudy robe and a hat trying to cast something on the beach, but it doesn't seem to be working, as they've been trying the same spell for what seems to be 10 minutes now, and nothing's happened, but they've not recasted. This is a single continuous spell? Question mark?
They keep ringing a bell?
No. They seem to be trying to cast a spell. One continuous spell for the last 15 minutes to no results, but they have not recast whatever this is.
Quick question. How do we know that they have been casting this for first 10 minutes, then 15?
Well, you've just sort of been ambiently noticing him, like, oh, there's someone with some lights on their hands, whatever.
I
But
just
now that you're
assumed-
looking for them, they seem to have been doing this for quite a while now,
the
and
thing that
not
pops into my
changing
head,
anything.
my mental image here, is that he's just going this whole time and just
Yeah.
making weird hand gestures.
Yes.
And like that's what I'm picturing right now.
Yes, that's
Except,
exactly
and
what
we'll use this cannon.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm picturing too. What are well? That's what they notice. What does Element notice?
In your bag, Dusty seems to be a bit mobile and is pointing in a different direction. There, get it. Over there.
Element looks at where Dusty Minimus is pointing.
Pointing.
Mhm.
Away and into the water.
What's over there?
Says me.
You what?
There's a me in there. In that ocean over there.
You mean there's another version of yourself? There's another version of yourself within the ocean.
I think it's like when we saw that dead me in the forest. But it's not. I don't know. I think it's there.
Okay.
I got the shivers.
Okay. I'll help you. I'll help you find your other self.
Yeah.
Element is going to go into the water and try and see if he can find it in the shallows.
Roll another perception check. I will roll something else.
Element's perception suck.
Good thing Dusty Minimus is pointing you in the right direction. So roll once more. We'll consider this advantage. This water is really just hard to see in. But then again, this is seawater, and You're looking for something that is not exactly large, and his directions are vague? Question mark. Like he knows that there's something around, but it's moving. Maybe is it? His sense of feeling keeps changing, and the game hot and cold is not exactly specific.
Enemy is going to call out to Risforn if he's not occupied with something else.
Krei looks over to Risforn.
Yes, what? What's up?
What do you think we should be doing about that fool?
I don't see any reason we should bug him.
I agree.
Enemy calls out for Risforn.
What?
There's dust. The dust signal is pointing me at something in the water, but I can't seem to be able to find it. You're better at water reconnaissance than I am.
Risforn's gonna go over. And try to find whatever it is.
Dusty said there's another Dusty doll inside the water, or something of the sort.
Why the hell would we want another one?
I get the feeling we'll be able to get well. I get the feeling it will help with the human-like Dusty's painful existence, or something of the sort. The Dusty seems to be trying to find the others.
Why are there more than one? What cruel thing created them?
I have no idea. You weren't there when the human-like Dorothy incarnated. It was weird. You weren't there when the human-like Dusty incarnated.
Risforn jumps into the water. He's chasing a shiny fish.
Are Dusty with you? Will you
No.
take Dusty Minimus with you?
No, he's just jumping in after a shiny fish.
Okay.
Enemy shot.
That influence went in that. Okay. It was an influence. I realized it wasn't in the stream chat after. There you go.
After a shiny fish.
Yeah, Risforn's still hungry, so he's going after that shiny fish.
Enemy shrug his head and goes further into the water to see if he can see the thing that Dusty is pointing at better.
Assuming Risforn's able to catch it, he comes back with it in his mouth, kind of munching on it slowly. So, what are we looking for?
It's me!
Oh, I found you.
I don't know. Congratulations! I will tickle your nose in your sleep.
We're gonna go ahead and head back with the others, okay, Alvin?
What?
I said I'm going to head back with the others.
Oh, I actually didn't understand what you said, but I'm still looking for what Dusty is looking for.
I said I'm going. So, I thought we found him.
Wait, deeply?
He just said I did.
Well, he said he's looking for a me, and then you pointed at him and said, "Congratulations, I'll tickle your nose in your sleep."
What?
Confusion happened.
Indeed.
So did we find it?
Not yet. Everyone else who's going to help search, roll perception. Because supposedly, Dusty thinks there's another Dusty around.
I'm gonna try one more time to see if the dice is favor me.
Everyone has advantage for this roll, though. Since you are being vaguely guided. Ah.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, first off, Element, you don't roll 2 dice, you click the little advantage button.
It's on the bottom left. It's ADV.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still got 2 trees. I'm just gonna go with enemy sucks at this, and he's not gonna try again. He's not gonna try again.
Would Euphoria and Krei also look? Or are they just observing the
I
watchers?
guess they aren't. So, what do I find?
You're observing. I'm not assisting.
Alright. Risforn, with some directions, you can see something under the sand, under the water. Like, just the head is poking out.
Some might say, under the sea.
Under the sea!
I'll go swim out and fetch it.
It is pretty well buried. This sand is pretty packed. You're gonna have to spend some time digging it out, or try to pull it out forcefully.
Huh? Yeah. Or you can ask enemy for help if you already found it.
Alternatively, because Risforn still doesn't know why we're bothering with this, he might just ignore it and be like, well, it's a lost cause.
Yeah, that sounds like this for him.
I mean, he really has no idea why we're bothering with the doll.
Well, finding this source needs to be something important for the doctor that's actually human. So I'd like to do it for him, if nothing else.
And why do we care about him and his struggles?
Well, he helped us a little bit.
The Dusty Minimus looks over to Krei and says, I mean, he's right.
You're not helping your case right now.
I mean, I don't know what will happen once I find them, but it's like having brothers you never knew about. I can't wait to throw pillows at them. I don't know if anything else will happen, though.
And then we're gonna call out to Risforn, did you found it?
Risforn did in fact find it. It was just buried.
Yeah, it's out there. It's buried, though, so I don't see why we bother. Moving on.
Could you tell me where it is?
Over there.
Okay,
And he
goes
kind of
to
just
where
vaguely points.
enemy goes to where Risforn points. I guess I'll do another perception check to see if I find it myself.
The fox is persistent in his task.
Okay, better rolls this time.
Element also finds it.
Hooray! Alright, Adam is gonna spend his time trying to dig up the thing while people do some other stuff.
My hamster is getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
Oh no. Everyone forgot.
Ron forgot.
There's an influence.
Element, roll strength. Sorry.
Steve?
Yes, hello. I'm reading
We're
it and I've
waiting.
accepted it. Element, you pull the doll free of its sand, and it is in fact another Dusty, but supremely waterlogged. There is a lot of seaweed on this thing.
Hey. Enemy is going to get out of the water and present his prize. I got it out.
And Risform, what is your passive perception?
15.
Alright. You are vaguely aware of a lot of splashing sounds that are actually pretty close to you, actually. You turn to witness all the dogs. All of them are moving towards you again, hands outstretched for their beloved dear captain, and they're not slowing down.
Great.
Does enemy also notice this?
He'll just accept it at this point. This is his fate now.
The dogs dogpile their dear captain, and he is buried. Because the front ones topple on him and practically cover on him. Then the ones behind them pile on the ones in front of them, and so on and so forth. Until it is a large pile of dogs just on top of Risform.
Does enemy is going to say, "Aww." He actually finds that adorable.
That is pretty adorable.
They seem very happy However, they are also soaked. But their tails are wagging, the ones that can wag their tails, and are not pinned under the ones on top of them.
Risforn is crushed and suffocated to death.
Oh no.
I'm reminded of a phrase.
Hmm?
Those who play foolish games get foolish prizes.
How long should we keep him under there?
Give him 3 more minutes. I'm sure he can survive.
That sounds about right. It would be quite the end of a song to get defeated by a herd of dogs.
After exactly 3 minutes, the enemy actually does go towards the dogs and tries to pile them from each other. Hey, you guys! I know you guys want the captain, but I don't think he can survive much longer.
Shoo, go away, dirty dogs.
Dogs seem confused, having forgotten that, their captain might need air down there. However, with some chewing and a few stern words, they pile off their captain, standing at attention as Risform takes a much-needed gasp of air.
Oh no, I've already reached 120 wounds.
How terrible. Salute the captain, and the dogs begin to howl again as they dig a hole for their poor captain.
What is the
I thought he went
suffocation damage?
I thought he went at a funeral pyre.
How many turns does it take to suffocate?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I want to say it's a bit iffy because he is an otter and has a fantastic lung capacity, as he can hold his breath longer than anyone else underwater.
Fine. I'm still alive.
No, we gotta work out the math for this. What's his exact endurance? How long can he hold his breath? We got to put all the math into this. He was under a bunch of dogs for 3 minutes.
Con score times 2 plus 3 rounds.
Enemy is gonna cast minor heal wounds on you just in case. It's gonna cast cure wounds on you just in case.
3 minutes. So I can survive 210 seconds without air.
That's over 3 minutes.
Okay, so I'm still alive.
Yes, you had half a minute left.
How tragic.
Ho, 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 it's tragic.
Waterlogged Dusty is not responding yet, but you get the feeling he isn't conscious.
Element is going to get all the watery stuff of the extra Dusty doll.
Wait, how is a doll unconscious?
Question. How about you ask him?
I mean, the original Dusty doll is sentient, so if he was asleep, he'll be unconscious.
These dolls operate on a very strange logic. However, you have now acquired a second Dusty doll. And where did original Dusty go?
Element is looking around. Where is the original Dusty Minimus?
Free, you feel something tapping your knee.
My knee? Enemy looks
Krei,
down.
you feel something tapping your knee.
Enemy looks down.
No, Krei.
Oh,
Oh. I look down.
He is looking at you suspiciously.
The Dusty doll?
Yes,
Which one?
there we go.
Dusty Minimus, the one that is not waterlogged. Because that Dusty, you haven't seen him today yet, actually.
Ah,
Somehow.
stare.
Well, the
You're a
doll doesn't
suspicious
like
old
you.
fuddy-duddy,
That's
aren't ya?
the doll doesn't like you. That's good enough to me. Welcome to the crew, Krei.
You! I will stuff your ears with cotton! And poison ivy!
Are you speaking to me?
No! I'm talking to the other, younger fuddy-duddy. The one that loves water.
Is there something you require from me, diminutive one?
Oh, well, I just thought you're, like, really strange. And your feathers, they're, like, so dark. Like, it's like when I close my eyes, but I haven't closed them yet. But that same, like, lack of anything and color is there.
I've spent years studying and perfecting and blending in with the darkness.
I'm gonna jump on your feathers and be lost. Yeah, if I can't see them, they can't see me, right?
Flawless logic.
Yes.
While that is not true, there is a truth to be taken from that. It is possible to hide from the darkness.
So who are your parents then?
Sorry,
You
cut out
must-
what?
You must have had quite the upbringing to choose this for your life. Also,
Sure.
Mr. Magic back there is like really bad. And he'll point back to the magician who still seems to be trying some sort of Kamehameha at this point. To mixed results, as his face has at this point turned red, and you fear he will burst. Like actually pop himself somehow.
What?
It is
Because
his
he's
choice to
only been
continue.
straining harder and harder to do something.
It is
What?
his choice to do whatever futile attempt he is making.
Enemy, seeing somebody almost choke himself with whatever he's doing, kind of concerning as he goes towards that person, just to see if he's all right.
Truly, he is a testament to the true definition of insanity.
Now, roll Arcana if you're trying to figure out what he's doing, or Medicine to try and keep him from, I don't know, collapsing on himself.
I almost rolled a natural 20 on that one.
Yeah, in all his focus, this man has stopped breathing.
How long can he hold his breath? What's
This
his con
one
save?
This one, not so much. He looks like a pampered, like noble, probably still in some private tutoring. I would guesstimate he's got 15 more seconds of air left.
Risforn
Risforn?
doesn't care so hard that he is just oblivious to whatever he's casting.
I'm gonna say though, You take one glance, and your eyes are just about repelled, because you look and you see the armor, or some horrible mangled attempt at a spell akin to the armor.
The armor? What is that?
You are professionally offended.
What is the armor?
All right, Risforn's moving on.
This one is like disgusting.
Oh, it was Euphoria's armor, and how Risform discovered how horrid it was. Just beating magic wildly into things. No care, no finesse, no craftsmanship, just awful.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, Element is trying to have this person breathe because he's a paladin and he doesn't want to see somebody die.
Is Element considering anything as he touches this man? Is he thinking of anything at all?
Say that again?
Is Element thinking about anything at all when he's touching this man?
No, just to have him breathe again.
Alright. I'm going to roll something in the background. High or low? Element.
Hmm?
High or low?
Low.
Right? As you touch this man, something happens. It latches, something grabs onto you, and you briefly feel yourself searched.
I feel myself.
And in front of you both now, something appears. A bunched up cloth flops onto the sand, and the man gasps for air. I did it! I did it!
Element blinks. What?
My teleportation spell! It and he collapses.
Element looks down at man and inspecting just to make sure that he's breathing in his collapsed state.
He seems fine, just unconscious.
Element breathes a sigh of relief. Teleportation spell? Hey, Risform.
Risforn is like a mile down the beach by now.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe not that far. About half a mile.
And is it from shouting distance?
Possibly.
If you shout really loudly.
Yes.
Element is going to do that. Hey, Risform.
Krei's going to be with Risforn inquiring about those barrels of chai tea that are strapped to Kai.
Oh yes, I love chai tea.
I personally enjoy tea as well. How did you get so much?
Well, you see, I went to a bookstore back in Fortitude, was it?
Element is going to shout again.
Out of character.
Hey, Risform.
Yes, it was Fortitude.
I loved their chai tea that they had there, and I just ordered the barrels of chai tea, and they weren't exactly thrilled to make it, but they did.
Hey, Risform. Element shouts
Surprising.
again.
Yeah, and it's just worked out so very nicely.
It seems that way. Also, it appears as though the fox is calling you.
Oh, he is?
It appears that way. I have very good senses.
Risforn turns around, and then is the thing still there? The magic?
Enemy is now approaching race form. Apparently, whatever was doing, apparently that guy was practicing some sort of teleportation spell. I was kind of curious, what level of magic is that?
The abomination he was casting?
Yes.
That was no spell. No self-respecting mage would ever do that.
Dimension Door is often a novice, if not journeyman spell. Not even something of high mastery.
Well, yes, that is true. It's very basic magic.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say basic. Dimension Door does have its nuances.
But it's low level compared to something else. Man, I feel bad for that man. He was struggling to cast basic spells.
How many spells? To be fair, I haven't studied a plethora of them. I know my brother did Dimension Door. How many spells are there for teleporting simply objects?
Actually, in the rules, I don't know if there are any.
Dimension Door's limitations are you and one willing person of your size or smaller. However, it seemed that person pulled something from somewhere else.
I don't believe there's a spell for an item, at least not in the books. Because they kind of they kind of just stick to things that are practical for like combat and whatnot for an adventuring party.
You would be correct.
But a spell like that, I would imagine that they do exist in the D&D world. They're just not documented.
I imagine it'd be simpler than doing the dimension door with two people. Since you're trying to get a static object.
Out of character, I believe Dusty is playing into the part of Miraleth being a place of magical. What's the word?
Discovery?
Yes.
Yeah, discovery. I was thinking of a different word. Frontier. A magical frontier. Where people are trying to make new things all the time.
Okay, makes sense.
The Minimus is the original, is walking beside you with that bundle of cloth. This is mine now. I grabbed it, so it's mine.
I don't think you should take that. That guy's gonna be disappointed when he wakes up and he doesn't find it there.
But doesn't that make it? Doesn't that make you free? So now you can, you can run off. You're free. Have a good life.
I believe that's House Goblins.
Oh.
I am no house elf.
Oh. Was worth a shot.
A valiant effort.
Also, what is this? It's got a skull on it.
I don't know. It's yours now. I don't want to touch it.
It's mine!
Is it a flag?
It is, actually, I think.
Flag?
It's a pirate flag.
Wait, what? Dusty, can you let me see that for a moment?
Oh, okay, sure, here.
Okay.
And he will hand over the black cloth to you. Upon being unfurled, it's familiar.
It's familiar to me.
Okay.
Yes, it's familiar to most of you.
Quick side question. How many of you are familiar with Digimon Tamers?
I am.
I'm familiar with Digimon.
Well, Digimon Tamers has a Digimon called Calamon. And I'm kind of just imagining Dusty running around like Calamon with the flag tied around his neck like a cape. Just like Calamon does.
Let me look up Calamon.
Oh, Calamon, the one that lets the others digivolve?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
The small white and pink thing?
it's
Or the
one.
little dragon thing?
No,
Here, let me look it up real quick.
It's Calumon. C-A-L-U-M Mon.
Oh, Calamon. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Calamon.
Yeah, it's a little pink. It's a little white thing.
Yeah. With
The
a
big
gem
ears.
with a gem
It's like
with
a
a gem
Pikachu.
with a
but
gem on his
not.
forehead. With a gem on
Yes,
his
it-
forehead.
It
I'll
does have,
post
it
it
does have the
in
Triforce.
tabletop image for the rest of you. But
Yeah, I
at one
saw it.
point in the series, he ties a flag around his neck and uses it like a cape.
That's cute.
Yep, I see that.
So enemy is trying to recall where he has seen this flag from.
Way, this is someone. This belongs to someone that you've not seen for a while. This is Magna's cape.
Enemy's eyes go really, really wide. This is Magna's cape.
Oh
This is-
yeah, that boy.
This is Magna's cape. What? Enemy is at a loss for words at the moment.
It appears that name means something to you.
Oh yeah, he's a martin that grabbed a bird like you in a storm, and he vanished.
He was my
Ah.
friend. He was my friend.
He's likely dead then.
I'm not so sure about that. But even if he is dead, why did this noble teleport his cape to here?
Perhaps you should ask him when he wakes.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Kidnap!
I had not
Steal him.
suggested
Steal a whole person.
Kidnapping was not among the suggestions, though it may actually be of use. Of course, that is for your decision.
I'm not going to kidnap him. I'm just going to wait in front of him like a guard.
Face.
I asked permission to please allow me to do that. Captain.
I will state interrogation may be much harder in a public setting.
That is true. But I don't know anything about this guy. How could I convince him to come towards some sort of less crowded location without seeming like a kidnapper?
The individual seems to be very posh. Likewise, he is a caster clearly. He's probably not very strong. The proper amount of intimidation by force may get him to talk.
We could just chop his hand off to keep him from casting spells.
Risforn, don't. I know you're joking, but don't.
I know Kai's hungry.
Risforn.
What? Craig has been asleep for like 2 months.
Is he hibernating? I didn't even know he's hibernated.
I'm guessing they do because, yeah, Craig's been asleep and I don't know if the dogs have actually been feeding Kai.
I hope they have
dogs now.
I hope they have because otherwise she will be feeding on them.
Oh yeah, Kai is always hungry too, you know?
You notice that the crew just seems to be 3 dogs now.
They all vanished, as if they realized, oh wait, I'm dead. They forgot they died.
I'm pretty sure there was actually really early in the campaign that was legitimately why someone was a ghost. They were like, "Oh yeah, I'm dead. Bye guys."
Okay, Element actually has an idea, so he's going to wait for the sorcerer to wake up.
Will you assist him in waking up?
No, I'm just going to wait. He needs the rest after almost exhausting himself, after almost suffocating himself. Well, actually, Element will cast a cure light wound on him.
It does seem to normalize his blood flow a bit.
Okay.
And what will everyone else do? Would they join him with this man who apparently, somehow, maybe by a fluke, succeeded in making a new spell?
I'll stay by Element's side.
Risforn is now 2 miles down the beach.
Oh, very well.
So about that chai tea.
Lee doesn't get hurt.
Oh yes, it's in these barrels, and it's actually kept perfectly like it was when they brewed it.
So that's the tea itself. That's not the leaves.
No, it's the brewed tea.
Okay.
Element is a bit upset that the Risforn just left, but well, this is his thing.
Well, Risforn doesn't want anything to do with that abomination of magic.
And I mean, he doesn't want anything to do with Magna either.
Wait, this was Magna?
Yes, it was Magna's cape that was pulled out from somewhere with
The
this
cloth that
spell.
was summoned was the cape of Magna, which was the pirate flag that he always wore as a cape.
Yes, that's what we were talking
Somehow
about.
I completely missed that. I am sorry.
Sorry.
That was why we were discussing interrogation.
Oh right,
And kidnapping.
I'm a little all
That is why, because it's like, okay, he's somehow connected now.
Fine. Right. Risforn will have stayed.
I'm still asking you about that tea, though.
Oh yeah, we're just while they're doing their thing, we're just standing there chatting about tea.
Element doesn't mind you guys chatting about tea.
There's even a little bit of milk mixed in there, like steamed milk.
Be right back, man. I'm going to the bathroom.
I'm personally surprised that a library would be keeping around 2 barrels worth and still have enough to maintain their own.
Oh, no. They didn't have it ready. I had to wait a little bit for them to actually, brew it. But we just stuck it all into the big barrels, and, I have a glass every now and then. Or mug.
They have a station large enough to brew 2 barrels worth.
It was more they brewed multiple pots worth and then poured them into the barrels.
That must have cost quite a bit.
It wasn't too much. Not for the sanctity that is tea.
I suppose not. There have been wars fought over such things.
Yeah, I believe I remember hearing about some kind of thing where they tossed a bunch of tea into the ocean to protest or something. It was just a disgraceful waste.
It does sound barbaric.
Yeah. Luckily that was all before our time, so nowadays people understand that tea really is just as good as gold.
I've never heard about such an event in the history books, though. You'll have to show me.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, I'm mainly familiar with the Miraleth histories. You aren't from Miraleth, are you?
No, we come from the Sword Coast.
Ah, that land beyond the sea.
Some might consider it the mainland.
Well, certainly, if that's the land you come from, there's going to be many who think this is, of course, the mainland, because this is the land they've known for their entire life.
Well, it's more
History is going
because
to be...
Miraleth is more of a large island, as opposed to the Sword Coast, which is part of a very large landmass. I do have a map, actually, right here in my backpack.
I am back.
And he'd pull out a map. I'm sure he's got it as part of his sailor's backstory, background. I'm sure that would be something.
I recall some astronomers believed Miraleth to be as big as the moon itself, some believing that it was also once part of the moon, which sounds absolutely hilarious when said like that out loud.
Yeah,
The moon is perfectly round.
That's definitely odd. But, you know, some more educated types can be a little eccentric with their theories.
18 minutes pass before the man wakes. 18. Where he seems somewhat flummoxed about where am I? What happened? Who are you people?
You passed out after casting your spell.
I did it! It was cast! Ah,
Alright, who are you and
knew
what
it!
are you doing casting such abominations of magic? You better start talking now before I chop off your hand.
How dare you! You don't realize who you're speaking with!
Risforn's gonna backhand him.
How dare you! If I had my cards with me, I'd have you filleted!
But you don't have your gods with you right now, do you?
I do not. However,
I would
shall...
advise caution choosing your next words. These individuals are dangerous.
Please don't love being within. I don't want to harm this guy, but Risforn just does what Risforn does.
You yourself keep blades, and you were there the first time where he lopped off someone's hand, to my understanding.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't so much that I lopped off the hand as the bear ate it. I'm sure the bear would be
unaware of the
happy to
exact
eat this.
circumstances.
The man's complexion grows pale and he starts calling, Guards! Guards! I am being assailed!
No, actually, out of character, Elohim actually wasn't there when he cut off Risforn's hands. He was deliberately taken out of the room so he wouldn't see it. He found out later.
Risforn tried to keep it away from Element.
Yeah. Risforn, please, could you calm down a moment? I know you're offended by the poor show of magic, but we don't want trouble right now. Please.
Risforn's gonna throw his hands in the air and stalk off.
It
You
appears
better
the
hurry.
desire for trouble. It appears the desire for trouble has passed, as he is already calling the authorities. You should be hasty with your next choice, Fox, he says as he goes to follow Risforn.
Enemy is going to rub his temples. Please try.
I know who you are! How am I supposed to report you without knowing your names?
So, what is your favorite type of tea?
Ignore me while I'm trying to have you arrested?
Enemy is gonna grab the shoulder of the noble gently and tell him, please, your highness, please try to forgive my captain. He doesn't know how to control himself sometimes.
Well, it may be stereotypical for a blackbird who's been studying the darkness, but a darker black tea always had a nice, stronger taste to me. I always enjoyed that.
Black tea does definitely have its place. I do personally prefer the chai, but otherwise, there's this one dragon fruit based tea that is just amazing.
Oh,
Well-
you're just common sellswords. I see, I understand. This is just one of those brutish captains that doesn't know manners, that they smacked him upside the face. Oh, very well. I suppose I'll have to be the bigger man and forgive this incident.
Let me know, you are not wrong, and he's saying that with the utmost sincerity.
I believe I'm hearing insults put you away.
Risforn shrugs. But as I was saying, there's also this caramel-based tea with a little bit of almond in it.
How dare he insult my spell work? I am a college initiate.
Let me ask, a college initiates, whatever
okay,
is that?
Okay. Does Risforn hear that?
Item probably, unless he walked away again.
Well, I did say he
But
snuck
with
away
that
a little
perception-
way.
He's currently walking away, but yeah.
Risforn is going to turn 180. His wrist is currently crackling with electricity. You call that spell casting? That gross abomination?
Element is going to quickly get in between the college initiate and race form.
I have seen 3-year-olds cast better magic than that. They weave it together with such skill. You are a barbarian.
I'm not a sorcerer. They don't count. I am simply... They don't see what I can do. So I suppose I got a little impatient when I started to transcribe my own theory for a spell. Of course, it was rejected as hogwash, so I needed to try it out. Prove that this works, and they're so blind for not seeing it. I mean, this is the first day it succeeded, but it worked.
Risforn's going to throw a fireball into the ocean, making sure that the little ball of flame goes right past the man's face.
You don't realize that's also passing element, right? You're going to scare him.
Yeah, fireball specifically.
Well, yes. What's the point?
Oh, alright. Wisdom save element.
You all should know by now that Risforn doesn't give a shit.
If it's for your life, Risforn cares. Otherwise, as far as he's concerned, exposure therapy is a valid form of therapy.
Walk it off, pussy.
Okay, I think
All your fur is on end. And you are less than stable for the moment.
Element, that could have killed you. In fact, that was what almost killed you last time. That was the exact same spell.
You have PTSD.
Enemy's eyes suddenly go black as he gets on his knees and just looks down at the sand.
Swarm, may I have a perception check from everyone?
Risforn's goal on this, for the record, was to make it as big and flashy and show off his spell work as much as possible. If that wasn't clear.
No, that is what is causing this, and you are quite proficient in that. As
I believe I hear the marching of the constabulary.
Why, yes, you do. There are a number of armed escorts that have been made aware of your position with such a large and flashy fireball cast on the beach. Into the ocean, yes, but that was still a very dangerous magic cast in a public place.
I'm not gonna roll perception at the moment.
Yeah.
Done.
And there is a noble who seems to be throwing a bit of a fit and pointing at you, Risforn.
I'm going to casually
Risforn
walk
is ready.
towards. I'm going to casually walk towards the building, the marble building where we got the drinks before.
I will follow him because this was supposed to be a chill day, but it's been the opposite of that.
Risforn is ready for them. Standing there, nude, with a bunch of nude dogs behind him.
This is going to be one sexy battle.
He's going to pull out his Ministry of Magic badge as well as the paperwork.
Where do you have that? Where do you?
In the backpack. I said I
You
have
said
my.
you were nude.
I said I have my backpack with me, and I'm
I
wearing
see.
my bracers, and I have my pike.
Oh, I thought he was keeping it in his pocket.
No. His clothes are in his backpack. He just hasn't bothered to put them on yet.
I didn't say his clothes. I said his pocket.
Well, either way, they're in the bag.
You're playing with fire there.
I am. I should stop at scaring Element.
The guards arrive and confront you about alleged assault and a very large fireball, which they are estimating to have been level 5 by the size of it. What have
This
you
is
to say for
official.
yourself?
This is official Ministry of Magic business. I am simply dealing with a barbarian butchering the magical arts.
They will check your papers.
Which have
And
both
raise
been, I've been, ratified by both the King in Fortitude as well as the guy over in whatever the other place is.
I'm going to inquire to the beverage seller if he has a dragon fruit tea.
There is an influence for that.
Well then, I guess so, yes. It's a bit of a special blend, but
For dragon fruit tea? Zim?
What about it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. For
okay.
Well,
I thought you were talking about
specifically it's for dragon fruit, but
What's the difference?
I don't know. I'd say we can interpret it as them having dragon fruit tea. Digi's got the influence.
I do, and I will accept this. Since he has dragon fruit, I guess that I'll assume he's had it all along, and therefore will have made beverages of it. Why, yes, I do actually. I got it as a large import.
Do you sell it in bulk?
I do, actually. I've got so much of it, and it's a bit of an up and down item, let's say. People have it once to say they drank it, and then just go for other things. Very strange. I personally like it quite a bit myself.
2 barrels worth to the airship.
Alright, I'll start getting it ready. Would you like it as the tea leaves or prepared? Or would you like it as would you like it in bags? Or just loose or brewed?
1 barrel of the leaves, 1 barrel of it pre-brewed.
Very well. This'll go a long way, I assure.
He gives a nod. The leaves will last much longer, but having something pre-brewed will do some of my new companions quite well.
Oh, I figured. Is it that one over there? Good luck to him.
Indeed. I do not understand half the battles these individuals choose to fight, nor half the tasks they choose to proceed to follow. Nonetheless, it strengthens them.
Well, upon reading your papers, they do seem to reluctantly admit that you are, in fact, a figure of some authority. However, you have assaulted a residential noble and
Yes, this
cast dangerous magic in a public space where people are both unarmed and this is generally a relaxation zone.
That is a fair statement. We shall take this business with us and leave. I am taking this one into custody.
I will also state Brightwall is a very militant city off the beach. Like, the whole wall is just complete fortification and military.
They're going to shake their heads at this and say that they will be gathering testimony from the both of you, and there will be a trial to determine what should be done about the situation. There will be no flagrant disregard of public safety and rules.
Absolutely.
Krei approaches Risforn.
Yes.
Do you understand what the word filibuster means?
Yes, I do.
Good. I'm getting some tea prepared for us. After that, it's up to you what you want to do with this whole situation. I'm just letting you know to buy some time, at the very least, for the tea.
That is a good idea.
And at that, he just simply walks towards the ship.
This individual was attempting to cast a barbaric form of, I suppose you might consider it magic. If anything, you might consider it some form of wild magics that are being attempted to be twisted. That alone is far and above, beyond, more dangerous to public safety than a controlled blast like the one that I demonstrated to this individual. That magic could have exploded and even ripped apart the very fabric of the universe in this region, throwing the entire wall into it. Existence would be no more if he continued with this. Therefore, I present to you, the noble guards of this town, that the only safe place for such a criminal against public safety, against the welfare of your citizens and those attempting to relax from a tiring battle against the darkness across the Great Wall here in this town. I present to you that he is the bigger threat, and that I and my compatriots here with the Ministry of Magic are specially well equipped and capable of handling such a threat to your people. We are here
Dusty.
to save your people.
Dusty, is the tea getting ready yet? The barrels?
It is.
All right.
And by the time he's done, they're ready to go.
All right. So you're just going to like casually glance over, and you're going to see Krei doing like a backwards walk on top of one of the barrel to roll it up onto the ship.
Oh, Risforn's still going.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you noticed this. Like he's backward. You guys know what I'm talking about. The barrel's on its side. He's backwards
Yeah.
walking, and the barrel's rolling. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Risform, at the beginning of your speech, the guards certainly started looking on you favorably and turning towards him with a sour expression upon hearing that he was casting magic on the beach. But the longer you go on, they're less inclined to side with you. You get the feeling that they deal with a lot of petty, noble bullshit, and you're sounding like a lot of long-winded, petty, noble bullshit. Roll persuasion.
It was almost a 20!
It was almost a 20. They will nod and say, alright, so you're both in trouble. We'll take you in, we'll get your testimonies, and we'll decide what to do. And they will point towards him and say, and we'll figure out how long you have been casting unsanctioned magic in a public area, sir. I'm a college initiate. Stick it up your ass, you're going to jail. And they haul him off while giving you a paper at an address at point in time saying, well, we've collected your information. We will be expecting your testimony. Failure to appear will blemish your ministry.
Absolutely, I will be sure to attend. Thank you for your good work. Do be careful with him. I would highly recommend a muzzle.
Of course.
Element is still lying down face first on. He's kneeling down face down on the beach from the fire shock. While all of this is happening.
Yes, that was quite the fireball that whizzed past you. And at this point, it is starting to get into the dimmer hours of the day. Risform, you've got a court case tomorrow, or at least a appointment with the guard to give your testimony, to see if you are in fact in trouble at all. Because you could try to spin this as self-defense. He was casting an unknown, unsanctioned magic, and from what you've gathered, doing it for a very long time, you could spin this as, I did what I must to stop him.
Well, yeah. That's of course how I'm going to be spinning it.
Hey,
Of course you will.
Zoom real quick, chit chat.
I see chat. I don't think it would come into play here yet.
Probably. I mean, there is a bar here.
Yes, but I don't think we would be interacting with it.
I mean, he just said he wanted to see one. He just said he wanted to see one.
Well, if you want to see that, then it would probably be immoderate. For something that we might interact with, then that would be at least a major.
The barrel mimic that eats tea leaves, you bastard.
Coco, I will ban you from this chat.
Oh, what are they doing?
Tea is sacred.
Oh no, he's doing something. Is he trying to do something to the tea?
He wants a barrel mimic that eats tea leaves.
My God.
Speaking
You've
of
already
when
caught a
Risforn-
mimic. But it's small though.
Speaking of which, when Risforn does eventually come back to the ship, he does find 2 barrels
And what is this, Krei?
You were starting to mention some form of dragon tea, and I had a hunch that that individual on the beach would have some to sell.
Oh,
Is it-
this is dragon fruit tea?
Yes, one of it is the tea leaves themselves. A full barrel, you should be able to brew some for possibly as long as you
One
wish.
sec. Coco, I am kidding with you. I'm not actually upset.
Yes.
do
We're all having a laugh, don't worry.
you guys?
It's
do
all
you-
in good faith and good fun.
Do you guys left Element PTSDing on the beach by any chance?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
seems.
I think we forgot about Element.
Oh, I didn't forget about him.
Risforn's
I
kind
mean,
of
must-
planning his defense and such, exactly how he's going to word things in his head as he's walking back to the airship. And then he gets distracted by dragon fruit tea, which he will immediately attack with a gusto.
Does he literally just sit there for a while? Like, does Element literally just sit there in the sand for a while?
I think Euphoria was going to say something.
Uh,
I was with him, so I'm actually taking care of him. Don't worry about
all
it.
right.
You guys can continue your thing.
How are you taking care of him?
You know, he's in my lap, and
Role
I'm
play it.
petting him.
Role play it.
Ah, my poor Element. Come here. I will take care of you right now. As Euphoria manages to put him into her lap,
Tiny
gently
Dusty is
caressing
patting
the
his
top of her
face.
head, patting his head. It's all okay. It's gonna be okay. Don't you worry about it. You have a smooch. Mwah.
Element closes his eyes and calms down. What happened? Am I able to speak now?
Sure. Sure you can. Come on, let's go back to the ship. We're done here.
What happened while I was unconscious?
Nothing happened. Let's go. Come on.
No, please tell me. Where is that noble guy? I really need to know.
Let's go to the ship, and you'll find out.
All right.
Euphoria will pick him up and help him go back to the ship.
Hmm. All right. Once we're back at the ship, does Euphoria tell him what happened?
Yep. Every little.
I said that last thing one more time.
Yes.
Krei is there too. He's letting Risforn simply enjoy his tea.
Helena has gotten back to the ship, and she seems to have found some nice swimwear that she is still lounging in.
Element is looking for Risforn right now.
If you're looking for the captain, he's likely below deck in the kitchen, either brewing tea or heating some of the currently brewed stuff up.
Element nuts and go towards the logo with the volleyball on his hands.
With a what?
With the volleyball on his hands, the volleyball that he picked up earlier.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we never played volleyball.
We did not.
We did not.
We acquired the ball, but we never
I
played
mean,
it.
we need to stay in town another day for the court hearing anyway, so... Beach Day 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, goodness. Alright.
Does Element find Risforn?
Risforn's
Sure, he
not
should be.
exactly hiding.
Okay. As soon
I
as
assume Risforn is making more tea. More of the dragon fruit tea.
I mean, a barrel is a lot for him to drink in one go.
I mean, I know, but it's also probably not heated, so he's probably heating it, I assume.
No, dragon fruit tea is better cold.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
okay,
It's probably
but
chilled then,
Yeah.
given the vendor.
does Risforn notice Element coming?
I mean, Risforn is probably in the kitchen. Now, he's probably actually in his quarters. He would have brought the barrel in there with him.
Okay,
After, of
but-
course, offering some to Krei.
Okay, but does Risforn see Element coming?
I mean, he would notice Element coming in through the door.
Krei would, of course, accept some of the tea graciously. After all, he did buy it.
Okay, once Element goes through the door, he looks to the captain for a moment.
Sorry, what?
When Element goes into the captain's room, he just looks at Risforn for a moment silently.
Risforn is going to stare back, sipping his tea menacingly.
Hey, what? Okay, what kind of deck do I have?
Do you not know how to sip tea silently?
I said I was doing it menacingly.
He's doing it on purpose, it seems. He's doing it on
I'll stop now, but yes.
Okay,
You also notice when Krei drinks tea, he basically just unhinges his jaw, tilts his head back, and pours it into his beak.
okay. So Element has the volleyball on his hand. He's showing it to Risforn.
Yes?
Krei is notably there, sitting across from the desk. Just simply enjoying the tea. He scoots to the side so that he's sort of sitting perpendicular to the line of sight between Element and Risforn. Just kind of like on a sideline. Watching between the two of them, like, this is going to be good.
Okay. Element then proceeds to throw the ball right onto Risforn, aiming it at his face.
You gonna make a thrown attack for that?
Yes. What roll do I make?
I'd
I
say a
think
straight
that's-
dexterity roll.
Yeah, because it would be an unproficient thrown attack, I believe.
Damn it.
Risforn just
Volleyball.
casually leans to the side.
ball bounces off the side of his chair and around the room a few times before petering out and just rolling across the floor.
You almost made me drop my tea.
I will make you drop more stuff than that. Enemy says angrily.
Krei is going to casually pick up the ball and, like, underhand toss it back to Element. Here, try again. This time, steady yourself and try to actually focus.
Okay. Enemy is going to take a deep breath and do it again. This time, focus. Nope, that was even worse.
You're not focused, you are furious that he is, at the moment, still dismissing you outright.
Yes.
But, just in case, Risforn dexterity check. Let's see how casually you can do this one.
I mean, that one doesn't even touch my
Yeah, like
AC.
he
Neither
can
of them
literally
do.
he can literally, like, that one doesn't even break a 10. He can literally sit still and it will not hit him.
The original dexterity check was more to see whether or not Risforn would
dropped his
spill
tea.
his tea. Yeah.
Hmm.
Krei
But
just gives
considering
a simple
this
hum as
one's
he's-
not even coming towards him, it's clearly missing. He's just gonna calmly sit there, sipping his tea.
Krei steps out. He extends a wing in front of Element. You're clearly much too upset to be thinking straight. You should go take a seat drink some tea, and come back when you've composed yourself.
Yes, here. And Risforn will gesture to an empty chair.
And let me go sit down. Go sit down on the chair.
Risforn will pour a glass or a mug of tea and hold it out to Element.
Krei moves to sit back in his seat.
Element tries to take the tea column, but you can tell that his hand is shaking.
Now, what's on your mind?
I want to punch your face at the moment, if I be honest.
Calm yourself. These are your companions, are they not?
Yes, he is. But at the
Your internal conflict is only going to disrupt your inner quests. Breathe and maintain your focus. That is how you will succeed, not through raw exertions of passion and anger.
I love these seemingly wise little statements that you are making with Krei. Even though knowing you, they are all coming out of your ass. You don't even deny it.
I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people think I'm a lot of bullshit, but I know things. I'm okay, listen, I'm a bard. I drink and I know things.
Everybody spam X in chat. We're doubting him.
Red Mike's gone.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it. He said he had some things to do, so let's wrap this up here then.
Okay. Sounds like a good stopping point.
Tensions are high as Risform has triggered Element's PTSD again. Just about, almost seemingly purposeful, but surely it's just a lack of forethought again.
It's definitely a lack of forethought.
Oh, that's not the only reason why Element was said, but we'll leave that for later.
All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Tales of Miraleth, Dungeons and Dragons. Really, Jim?
Yeah.
What happened?
He put in chat to both backslashes and said my X is broken in half. I doubted it too much. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Please consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. Your support is so important. It always has, but especially now that this is my job, and especially for getting custom music for the channel, I really need your guys' help to get that going and make it happen. Break us free from the copyright nonsense out there. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.